What do I have to take into account when exchanging a CDC shock absorber? And to explain that perfectly, we found a perfect match, which is a BMW M3 with the V8 engine, which has this electronic damping control. It's called adaptive drive, it's called active suspension management. So there's different names to the same system, because what we have here is our CDC shock absorber. CDC stands for continuous damping control, and this controls electronically the valves, which means when I'm braking, for example, and the car would go like this, I could stabilize the front end by making the shock absorbers harder. If I turn to the right, I could block the left front shock absorber and make it harder so that the car doesn't move to the left and to the right. And this system, for example, is integrated in several cars, and it doesn't matter which size, which price tag. And if you have that system and the shock absorber has, for example, a damage on the piston rod, which then leads to leaking, you have to exchange it. And if you want to exchange it, there is two variants that we have. One variant would be that we have this system as we have it here, which is the CDCi. So integrated system, the valves are somewhere here next to the piston rod. And this system is basically plug and play. If you have a fault code entry, the first thing I would check before changing the shock absorber is definitely the cables and the wiring, because if I have a broken one somewhere on the way, I exchange the shock absorber and the mistake and the fault code entry is still there. But other than that, plug and play, change the part, follow all the rules that we have on installation, on shock absorbers, and everything is good. If you have something like this one here, which we use, for example, on the 7 Series and the 5 Series, you see that this system is quite different. We have external valves, we have 2 of them, and we have all the information, all the sensors in here, and the car has to know where is the shock absorber located. Is this front left, is this back right? So what you have to do is a kind of a pairing of the car with the shock absorber, so that no fault codes come up, that it's perfectly able to regulate, and it knows exactly, okay, this is my front left wheel, I have to control it in this or that direction. And just the fact that those shock absorbers are controlling the damping 500 times a second, or are able to change the damping 100 times per second. So you can imagine how great the system is, how it works. And if you exchange it, take under account that really there's those 2 versions. Those are plug and play. The other ones have to be paired with the car, and then everything is perfect and you're going to have fun with the system. And this is what I'm going to do right now and test.